So what happened?
So good morning. Well, good afternoon. I slept in like crazy. I slept all the way until 12:30, which is something that I really don't do.
Although we fell asleep about 3 o'clock.
Right. So, I mean, I get that, but like, just odd. So it was already starting off odd. And so I'm like, oh, I should really take a shower. So I get in the shower. I adjust the water level to where I want it. But when I adjust it, the handle just flops over. I'm like, oh, that's weird. But I didn't think too much about it because I'm like, I'll talk to Reed about it once he wakes up, whatever. So I take a shower. I finish showering and I go to try to turn off the water. I try to turn off the water. So like ours is like you have to turn the handle all the way down and then push down on the little thing on the spout for the to fill up the tub. And the handle was all the way down, but the water was still running. And I'm like, okay, well now that's not good. So then I went over to Reed and I'm like, hey.
I was still sleeping.
Yes, and I hate when I have to wake him up to do something, you know, like it just, I feel really bad. And I know it's not my fault, but I feel bad. So Reed got up, took apart the faucet thingy-mabob, and found that our valve is broken.
Yeah.
Which requires us to now, we don't have water going because obviously if we turn the water on, water would
shooting out of the tub spout.
Right. So we obviously can't do that. So we're without water right now. And it requires us to go to Home Depot the day after Christmas.
Crazy Town, USA.
And pick up a valve. And then Reed's gonna fix it so we can turn on the water again so then we can just go about our day. But this was not how I was wanting to start the video, to start our day at all whatsoever. So, but this is real life.
It's a Moen valve, so it's very easy to find. They're easy to interchange, so it's very simple.
Yeah, but it still sucks.
If you guys have a problem, they're very easy to do. Just look it up. I'm sure there's a YouTube video about it.
Oh, probably. There's probably millions.
Alright, we're gonna go get this valve. So, it's been quite a long time. I got the tub spout fixed. It's all put back together. We're working just fine. I did a bunch of other things around the house. I still have to prepare for tomorrow because we just found out we're going up to Jess's tomorrow. So you'll be able to see that.
Mm-hmm.
Jess got her mom a new faucet, which I will be installing.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. What else? What'd you do?
Practice for your choir tomorrow. We're new here. I practiced for choir. I wrote thank you notes and sort of just cleaned up from yesterday. And then, yeah, that was pretty much all I've done today. It doesn't sound like a lot, but I practiced like for an hour, if not longer.
Yeah, probably longer.
Because, yikes fam, like I hadn't practiced at all.
We put away our gifts, which we thank everybody very much for.
Yeah, everything was great.
We had dinner. We had leftovers.
Yes, we almost had a catastrophe. Dude, everything.
So we were setting up Audrey's Amazon Echo Auto. And so we were out in the car and we had set a timer for some scalloped potatoes.
Yeah, au gratin.
And we were out in the car and we kind of forgot about them for a while.
Because I started to like play around. I changed my settings. I was doing all this stuff. And all of a sudden it was like Kronk from The Emperor's New Groove. And Reed's like, he's like, the potatoes! It was so funny. Well, I mean, it's funny now, but in the moment, I'm like, oh gosh.
Yeah. So they're fine. They tasted good.
Yeah.
They weren't burnt or anything like that. The pan was a little.
Yeah, it's gonna have to sit in this sink for a while.
But they were good potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
We are not watching a movie. We are watching.
Yeah, we're watching Soul, and I'm so
Soul.
excited. Already we're maybe what 5-10 minutes in.
10-15 minutes in, yeah.
And I'm already man, I wish I could have seen this in the theaters.
Yeah, right.
We're just no spoilers, but we're just at a crucial change in the plot. And I'm like, dang, I really want to see this on a bigger screen, but I mean, with the current situation that we're in and all that, I get
sense,
it.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll give you a review once we're done.
But we're still waiting also for stuff to process for the video yesterday, so it probably won't go up until tomorrow, unfortunately. But
that's life. I mean, it was Christmas, and I thoroughly enjoyed yesterday and everything, and we were able, we didn't get home until probably 2 a.m. yesterday, so.
And you guys saw the McDonald's. That was crazy. It's
oh my gosh. I was
everything that came out just fine.
Yes, but it was so odd. I had to vlog it. I'm like, is this real life? Because it's at this is at 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm like, is this for real? What? I've never seen that before.
No, it's definitely different.
Yeah,
so.
Comment down below if you've seen that before. Because,
if you've done it before or anything
experienced a computer voice.
At McDonald's, yeah.
Because that was the first time for us. So.
Eventually, it's gonna be all touchless. They're gonna have the pads outside where you can swipe your card.
It's gonna be
cash, an ATM.
Yeah, you guys know Sprinkles, that cupcake place, where they have the cupcake ATM and you can stand outside and pretty much order on a touch screen, and then your order comes out. I feel like we're headed that way. Yeah,
kind of. But it's kind of like a vending machine where you pay, It's going to be like that.
Yeah.
Where it gives you your change and all that. Yeah, it's definitely different, but very cool. So, yeah, we're going to watch Soul while our videos process, and then hopefully get it out this evening.
Hopefully. We'll see.
She has to be up early tomorrow.
Yes, I do.
So, and it's already going on 10 o'clock.
Right. Man, our sleep schedules, are just out of whack.
Yep.
But it is what it is. We're on vacation. It's fine.
So what do you think?
I mean, I feel like I need to watch it again. Let's get this out of the way. The animation was outstanding. The different styles that they used, animation-wise, was outstanding. But I don't know.
I thought it was really good. I liked the story. I liked the animation. It wasn't the best Pixar movie by any means, but it was definitely a good movie. I enjoyed it. I'd watch it again.
Yeah, I feel like I need to watch it again because I feel like
I feel like I missed some of the
key things.
The stuff that you were supposed to catch.
Right, I feel like there was I don't want to spoil the movie at all whatsoever, but there was at the end there's this realization kind of sequence thing. And I could feel and I could tell within the music, within the animation, within the story, it's building up, and it's building up. But I wasn't building up with it either. Yeah. You know what I mean? I think because I missed something, I couldn't connect to the big aha moment kind of thing. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So, I think I may need to watch it, like, during the day, too.
Were you falling asleep?
No, it wasn't. No, I was intrigued by the story, but I feel like also, too, it just, like, got right into it right away.
Yeah, I could see that, too.
So.
It wasn't a gradual, easy into the story, but I don't know. It's something that I'd definitely be willing to watch again to try and understand what's actually going on.
Yeah.
But I wasn't 100% understanding what was going on.
Right. Like, I'd give it, like, a B+. You know what I mean? And also, too, I found myself comparing it to Inside Out, which I know I shouldn't have, but...
I saw aspects of Inside Out and Ratatouille both in there.
Yeah, I can
and
see
it was cool to realize that, but you know, at the same time, you were hoping for other things. I think it's a good movie. You should watch it, definitely.
Oh yeah, for sure. I recommend everybody watch it. You know, I mean, you can't go wrong with a Pixar movie.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So like, I have it. I think what the problem was I had high standards for it. Like, I had really high expectations for it. I wish it was released in theaters because I feel like I would feel differently about it if I saw it in a movie theater.
I think so too.
I feel like I probably would have been into the story more. And honestly, if it was in the theaters, like, if this whole thing wasn't a thing, like, I would want to see it in the theaters. Like, when they first announced it, I was like, ooh, that's gonna be really cool, and blah, blah, blah.
It's like most of the movies, like Mulan would have been great to see in movies.
Oh my gosh.
We still haven't seen it, but I'm sure it probably still would have been better in the movies when we do see it. I
wanted to see Mulan opening day in the theaters. That's how much I wanted to see it in the movie theater, in the big screen. And I mean, Disney's got to do what they got to do, and at the end of the day, they need to decide what's best for them financially and everything.
They need to make their money back on these projects, and
yeah,
one way to do it is to release it on their platform.
I saw an interesting article about Soul, and I don't know, it might have been Jess might have retweeted it or something, but it was about how, like, I know, like, we watched something on Disney Plus that was about, like, a day in the life at Pixar, and they talked about this movie, and they talked about how, like, the main character is black, and they wanted to incorporate this major scene, like well, it's on the documentary series, so it's not really a spoiler, but there's this scene that takes place in a barber shop, and they were talking about all this, and so, like, I thought that, I don't know if this is gonna be a spoiler. Reed's arm was getting weak, but anyway. So I read this, so like I was saying, in the Pixar documentary series on Disney Plus, like, they talked about how this scene was a big part of black culture, and, like, how it was so important, and blah, 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 blah. So I went into the movie thinking, like, okay, like, this is gonna be awesome, this is gonna have a main character who is black, who's gonna be well represented in the movie, blah, 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 blah.
And he was.
But the article that I saw was saying that Disney characters of color, like, often are transformed. So, like, for example, like Princess and the Frog, like, Tiana was the first black princess for Disney, but 90% of her movie, she's a frog.
I don't remember it, but yeah.
So, like, stuff like that, you know, and then, like, with this, again, no spoilers, but he's not
necessarily human
the entire movie. Yeah. So, like, I don't know. Just reading that article, too, kind of bummed me out in, like, preparation for it.
I can see that, yeah.
Because, like, I want Disney to be inclusive, you know, like, I know I grew up on Disney. And I want our future generations to grow up on Disney and see all these different people, all these different cultures, and understand that, you know, it's okay to be different, and it's okay to have different cultures and look different, you know, like, we're all still human, you know, like, I don't know, this is my rant, Disney rant.
But you gotta think, there's different thinkings in different ways, and not everybody's right and not everybody's wrong, you know, that people are open to their opinions on what they think, how their culture, because it's not our culture, how their culture is being represented in these movies.
True.
That's not for us to say. I mean, it all depends on the person, you know. It's not always one or the other, it could be both. And obviously for the people that were working on the project that were black, enjoyed how he was being represented, you know, especially in that Disney Plus
Yeah,
show.
that's true.
So
Yeah, I don't know. I was expecting more.
yeah, it's like I said, it's not the best, it's not the worst, you know, it's
A solid B plus.
I think it's an A minus, you know, somewhere in there. So
Or check minus, or check minus.
So anyway, I think that's gonna do it for us tonight. You have a wonderful evening
Yes.
or day whenever we decide to post this.
Yeah, and happy holidays if
And-
you're still celebrating.
Yes. And it's just about midnight and we still haven't had a chance to edit because our computer's being stupid.
Well, and we also have a ton of footage, probably way too much.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, we're probably keeping like 2% of the footage that was taken yesterday.
That's probably true.
So,
Yeah, we have multiple hours of footage
yeah, yikes. I'm
to
sorry, guys.
comb through.
Yeah.
So, alright. Good night, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.